Okay, so we've finished routering our legs and the bottom of our aprons. So now we need to put the holes in the top edge for our figure 8 fasteners, because this is what's going to attach the aprons to the tabletop. So we have a 5/8 inch bit set up on the drill press. We're going to mark 1.5 inches in from the neck of the apron, and then 1/4 inch in this way, so we've got a mark there. And then from there, we're going to set it up. We put a block at the back because sometimes students have a hard time with their measurements, so we figured out where it was, and then we put a mark against the back of the block so that you can just line up the neck of your apron. One thing that's important to make sure is that your outer edge, which we marked earlier, is against that block. We're putting our holes on the inside edge of our apron, the top inside edge of our apron. So we're going to start out, we're going to go ahead and line it up with those lines, or the mark that you made on top. And we're going to go in approximately 1/8 inch. What we're doing is we want to actually match the thickness of our figure 8 fastener. So depending on what style you use, that's going to cause the depth to vary. So this one's approximately 1/8 inch. It's better to go a little bit too deep than not deep enough, because if it's not deep enough, it'll create a gap between the tabletop and the top of your apron. If it's too deep, it's not great either, but it's easier to fix. So we'll go ahead and drill this. So I'm going to double check my figure 8 fastener and make sure that it's flush. I think this can go a little bit deeper. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. And you're only going to do 2 of your aprons. You're not going to do all 4. So you're going to do opposite sides. Again, make sure that the top outside is facing towards your block of wood. Okay, so we finished drilling our holes for the figure 8 fasteners on our aprons. Now we're going to sand the legs and the aprons and get out any burn marks, any kerf marks from running it through the table saw, and any nicks. You're going to want to put a piece of cardboard underneath, because if you just do it on a table like this, if there's a nail or a piece of dried glue or something and you start sanding, you may have sanded this side, but then you put it down on the table, and if there's hard glue, like I said, or nails, it'll put nicks in your sanded finish again. So it's good to have a piece of cardboard underneath it. I'm using 120 grit on this project. That should be all you need.